What's up, guys? Welcome to a new Jump Force video, and as the title says, this is a Pegasus guide, so let's get right to it. For his first ability, Meteor Fist, it connects with every single light except for the last one, the 6th light, all 3 heavies, the first down tilt, and a charged up tilt. You can also do a fully charged Meteor Fist with the fully charged up tilt. Just jump, wait a second, and then fully charge it. For his second ability, Comet Fist, it only connects with the 3rd light. It connects with all 3 heavies, connects with the first down tilt and a charged up tilt. For his 3rd ability, Pegasus Rolling Crush, it connects with only the 3rd and 4th light. It connects with the 1st and 2nd heavy, the first down tilt, and if you want it to connect with the fully charged up tilt, you need to jump, let yourself land, and as soon as you land, go ahead and use it. For his ultimate Cosmic Star Arrow, it connects with the 3rd light and the 5th light, which is the last light. It connects with all 3 heavies, the first down tilt, and a charged up tilt. Some tips about his abilities. First off, for Meteor Fist, you can fully charge it and it does do more damage and last longer, and you can still dash right after it and connect it with a light. And if you didn't know, a normal one as well, you can dash right after. You connect it with a dash light if you want, which is right there, or you can just dash up and wait a second and use your normal lights as you see right there. If you really wanted to, you can connect all of these. Your opponent is able to escape, but if you just want to dash and do Meteor Fist again, then dash, hit Meteor Fist again, you can keep doing this until you're out of bar or until your opponent decides to escape, because they are able to escape during this kind of juggle fest. Your ultimate also does connect right after this, whether it's fully charged or not. This is your go-to move if you want to land your ultimate with some high damage. And yes, as you've seen before, you can use it in the air and you can also fully charge it in the air. Some tips about his second ability, Comet Fist, is that you can land lights right after, and if you want to do 3, you can do it one more time. You can also land your first ability right after this. However, your opponent is able to escape before you land Meteor Fist, so if they choose to, they can escape, and if you want to, you can super cancel or do whatever from there. You can also land this ability after a on-the-ground instant transmission, so if we want to do that and use our ability, we can land it. However, it will not work if it's just a fully charged light. And this does also work if you are in a high-speed counter battle or vanish battle on the ground. You can only do it if you vanish, though, and you hit them. You cannot do it if you high-speed counter. It will give you the same interaction as if you were doing a fully charged light on the ground. The only tips you really need to know about Rolling Crush is that it's 2 bars, it does catch backsteps and a block string, side steps are only be caught if they mistime it, and it's a command grab, so it does not get countered by Goku's counter, Madara's counter, etc. For stage transitions, you can only do it after the 3rd light, so go ahead and do 3 lights and fully charge heavy. For his grab string, it's pretty standard. The 2nd, 3rd, and 4th light are when you could grab. The 3rd light is the fastest, being the 4th light the next slowest, and the 2nd light being the slowest. But the 2nd light is actually probably our go-to and the one I like to use the most, because if we do delay it and he sidesteps right here, we grab and it will land, as well as we have the bait with our command grab. So if we are conditioning our opponent by grabbing after every single 2nd light we do, they will start to backstep or sidestep eventually. And if we want to throw in our command grab, this will catch the backsteps. However, if they react fast enough, they can double backstep. If they react fast enough with the sidestep, they can sidestep, then backstep, and they will dodge all of it. But it's a pretty good mix-up tool. But whiffing Pegasus Rolling Crush is pretty dangerous, so I like to just do 2 lights and delay my grab. And we'll get into other mix-up options later, of course. Getting into the Vanish combos. Now remember, Vanish combos are when you vanish and continue your combo to make it a true combo. Now Pegasus, as you saw, only has 1 for his light string, 3 lights, vanish, and then light again, and then you can go into whatever you would like. For his heavy string, you can actually land all 3 of them. It is very tricky though. Sometimes the 3rd one does whiff and you do need to vanish towards your opponent. So make sure when you are heavy then vanishing, you are vanishing towards your opponent. You're pointing your analog stick in their direction, as well as you do need to start with the heavy. If you try and do this with lights and then heavy, the second heavy will usually whiff. It might sometimes hit, but then the opponent will restand and might be able to punish you. So very, very tricky, but it can be useful and sometimes does work. Remember guys, Vanish combos are for baiting your opponent's escape and messing up their high-speed counter timing. So if they're sitting there spamming square trying to just get a high-speed counter, this definitely does mess up their timing. And of course, if they escape, it does give you a chance to be safe and give you an easy chase. Now, normally, most characters will have a time where if they vanish, they will kind of hit their opponent, but their opponent will be able to stand up, and we can use that to reset guard break attempts, or we can just get some nice mix-up options. However, since Pegasus doesn't really have any of those, he actually has none of those. The only one that comes close is the second heavy here, if it barely misses if you start with lights, and this might hit right here, right? We can do that, but that is something we cannot rely on because it will not happen a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you my favorite thing to do. So we're actually going to bring it back to his light string. So we're going to do 2 lights, vanish, do the 3rd light, and notice how it doesn't hit at all. So this is actually very important because if they are pressing buttons, if they are guarding, if they are not pressing buttons, they all get up at the same time because we do not hit them. So again, 2 lights, vanish, 3rd light, and now we're going to heavy. As you can see, the heavy hits right as they get up. They do have time to guard and they do have time to backstep. However, I'll show you in a second how good this works. So if we want to do that, we can honestly just keep a loop going this whole time. They actually won't light out because obviously they get their restand. They can backstep this and they can guard this, but I'm going to show you what we can do if they decide to use those options. This is just some gameplay of the CPU. Obviously you can see it works, and you will see here in a second that you can backstep it. So as we show this, I'm just going to show you what we can do if they decide to backstep. Alright guys, so in case they backstep and you are trying to do this, first of all, if they backstep and light, they can actually punish you for this, so this is what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna do 2 lights, vanish, 3rd light, then charge cancel into Comet Fist. If they do try and punish you with the light, thinking that the heavy is going to come, obviously you can hyper armor it and just take it, and you will get the damage. If they backstep, it will catch them on this. If they double backstep, it is a kind of situational thing. If they're near a wall, sometimes it can miss, but for the most part it does connect. And also, if they just decide to straight up block, you are plus and safe on it, so you're good to go. All right guys, of course I'm gonna give you a quick charge cancel tutorial if you do not know how to do it, but before, I encourage you to actually go out and seek other Jump Force content creators that have actually already covered this, because there's quite a few of them. But if we need to, of course I'm gonna go through it right here still, and I'll dedicate a video on my channel as well if we really need to. But please, I encourage you to go check out others first and then come back here if we need to. All right guys, let's quickly go through what charge canceling is. First of all, it just basically cancels the end lag of your light string. This only works on your light string. It can only be done on your light string, and it cannot be done on the first light. So let me give you an example. If I do 3 lights, then hold guard, lot of end lag right there for me to hold guard. It takes a long time for me to be able to be safe and guard. But if I charge cancel, 1, 2, 3, charge cancel, I'm immediately guarding, and you can see that my abilities come up here when I press that as well. So boom, charge cancel, instantly able to guard, and I'm instantly able to use ability. Now guys, how you do this is you're just gonna hold R2 on the light that you want to end on. So let's say I'm gonna do 3 lights. This 3 lights are an example. I'm going to do 3 lights, hold R2, and press guard at the same time. So honestly, the best advice I can give you is when you're doing this whole light string, just hold R2. As you can see, I'm not using abilities, but I'm pressing square this whole time, and I'm holding R2 because you can tell, you can see the moves in my bottom left. So if I ever want to stop using a light, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna press guard. So 1, 2, 3, boom, there we go. So I start my light combo, and I don't recommend holding R2 until after your second light. So 1, 2, holding it, and I hold guard on the light I want to stop on. So again, 1, 2, holding R2, press R1 to guard. There we go. That is how you do it. That is the best advice I think I can give you. You can do this on any light except for the first. You could obviously do it on the last one, but you know, your character's time all depends on how long their animations are. So Pegasus's 4th light here, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, does take a while to end. So it does cancel faster still, but the animation is just still long, and so it doesn't seem as fast. So if we do the second light here, again, that's faster than if we were just to hold guard. But guys, very simple. Best advice I can give you is start your light string, hold R2, whichever light you're going to end on, go ahead and press R1, or you can spam it. I usually kind of spam it just to make sure it works. Sometimes when you're playing online, the connection's bad and you won't be able to see it, but there you go. Another thing charge canceling allows us to do is basically use supers after we whiff lights. So if I'm whiffing lights here and I try and use my triangle super, I just go into a heavy animation. If I try and use my square super, I'm just going to be pressing square a bunch more times. If I do try and use my circle animation, it will give us it when the animation ends, but if we charge cancel, we can do it a lot faster. And of course, if I try and use my ultimate, we just have to wait till the animation is done. But if we charge cancel, all this allows us to do is basically use abilities a lot faster. So in our previous little mix-up, if we are doing this 1, 2, Vanish 3, and then charge cancel into this, I didn't do it there, it's going to be a lot faster and a lot more scary to see it in action. Right there was really well done. That was super fast. Now, if they try and punish us with a light, obviously we will hyper armor it. If they try and grab us, we are out of range. And if they try and backstep, we will obviously catch them. So again, boom, charge cancel into it. So again, 2 lights, Vanish, 3rd light, charge cancel. Super. Now guys, if you do want a simpler kind of mix up, all you have to do is half charge your heavy, doing the same route as I said before. So 2 lights, Vanish, 3rd light, and then half charge your heavy. It will catch backsteps only sometimes if you do it on the 2nd light, if you start this combo on the 2nd light, because you can actually start this on the 4th light, where you do full lights, Vanish with your 5th light, then half charge your heavy, and it will connect, and you'll see that here in a second. But that's just another option that you're able to do, as well as if you just want to do the heavy normally, even if it doesn't land, or if it does land, down tilt right after, and then you can go into any of your abilities, and that will land if it hits. And if they're blocking, most of your abilities are safe anyways. By most I just mean 1, and so you can go that route as well. Okay guys, getting into the Vanish string. Remember, Vanish string is when you do a combo, vanish back, and then press L1 on your controller and you will dash at them. So again, vanish, dash, and you will hit them. Now it doesn't have to continue a combo, but all it needs to do is at least hit them. But we usually like it when it does hit them and we can continue the combo. But for his light string, he only has 1. It's after the 3rd light, so you're gonna do 3 lights, Vanish, dash, and we will go from there in a second. We'll go over the heavies first. For his heavies, he has 1 on every single one. So if we do 1 heavy, Vanish, dash, we will hit him. If we do 2 heavies, Vanish, dash, it will hit him. And if we do 3 heavies, Vanish, dash, it will hit him. Now, the only one that you can actually continue lights on is the 1st heavy. So 1 heavy, Vanish, dash, and we can go into lights. Now, remember how I said how sometimes the 1st heavy is different if we start with lights? If we start with lights and then we do 1 heavy, Vanish, dash, we aren't going to be able to continue the combo with lights. So you got to be very aware of that. It doesn't work on any light. So if I do 4 lights here, 4 lights, Vanish, dash, we can't continue. So this only works after the 1st heavy, Vanish, dash, we can continue lights. So remember this, please. So guys, I'm going to give you the safest possible thing to do if you choose to go this route in any mix-up option. If we do 3 lights, Vanish, dash, really I'm just going to say is jump and then light. First of all, if they are guarding with your jump light, you are safe as you fall if you continue throughout all your lights. You also have the option is if you land it, so if we do the Vanish, dash, then we jump and we land our lights, we can use Meteor in the air, and of course if we have an assist, we can use that assist and we can continue a combo from there. That is the safest thing to do. They are going to be able to vanish it if they have stamina, so they can vanish this jump light right there and you will be vulnerable, so be careful on that. The other options that we can do for every single one of the lights, heavies, whatever, is just go into our kind of standard. We can half charge down tilt, and if we land it, we can do 3 down tilts into lights. And of course, if we just do 1 half charge down tilt, we can go into lights. If we do 2 down tilts, we can go into lights as well. And if we really wanted to, if we just get that 1 half charge down tilt, we can just go into a super. So remember all these options. You can also what the heck? We can also up tilt if we really want. You can fully charge lights. I don't recommend it. I think your safest options are to jump or to do a half charge down tilt. If you want to do the fully charged up tilt, you see right there, it does land, but can be easily vanished or sidestepped. Now, right there, I was showing you only on the lights, that's what you do. But again, if your opponent is not pressing buttons, this is the interaction you'll get. And of course, it works the exact same for the heavies. So again, you could do the exact same things. Everything is the same option. If we do 3, we can half charge down tilt, go into a super, go into our down tilts, into our lights, whatever we want. If we do start with a heavy though, and we vanish dash, you can jump heavy if we want to. You can jump heavy the same way you jump light. So if we want to jump heavy, it is a little bit safer if they vanish it, because then you'll be able to guard, and vanishing any punish they do is a little easier than vanishing after you get vanished with jump lights. Alright guys, if they are pressing buttons or guarding, it's gonna look the exact same way for whichever vanish dash you do, except now we have the option of grabbing because they get up right in front of your face. Again, all our other options are still valid. If we want to down tilt, we can even go for a little guard break. If they choose a sidestep, it will just hit them, and then we can continue from there. You could also use the infinite. Remember, the infinite is just your down tilt and then half charge up tilt, and then you are plus, and you can go into whatever mix up you want. Of course, the jump heavy is still an option, and the jump light is still an option. This will catch side steps, back steps, or anything like that, so that's really good. And of course, if we do the heavies here, I'll show you. We'll do 3 heavies, vanish dash, get up right in front of us, and we can do whatever we want, right? So same situation. The only difference is we have our grab option now. And they have a little more options to either punish us, but we are usually on the more offensive end. So we have we're controlling the pace of the game right here. Alright guys, getting into the Vanish mix-ups, or just mix-ups in general. Now Pegasus has a very good light string for this if we just want to keep it very simple, and that's just delaying our lights. Now if our opponent is pressing buttons, sidestep, backstep, or even trying to just square us, for some reason, delaying Pegasus's lights actually gives the opponent time to make a move, especially that 4th light there. So 1, 2, 3, delay that 4th light, they can move there, and a lot of times that 4th light will stop them from either countering if they're trying to jump maybe your grab, or if they're trying to grab tech you, or even sidestep or backstep. This will stop it. Now my favorite one to do is to do 3 lights, vanish, and then do that 4th light. As you can see, look at that tracking. It goes super far, and it tracks sidesteps and backsteps. Now if you are, you do have to kind of plan out if they're going to sidestep or backstep. If they backstep, vanishing back and then doing this, the backstep will not get caught here. So you have to vanish in place and then do it, and then the backstep will get caught. This also stops grab techs. If they try and grab right there, you can hit them. If they jump, it's usually depending on the size of the character. So like Blackbeard, for instance, this will stop jumps. However, someone like Die could probably jump over it and punish you. But for the most part, this is super good, as well as vanishing after that 4th light and doing your last light. Now, of course, you can't get much damage off that last light, but it does still work. And I'll show you an example here. It does give you time to maybe go into the air, get some more meter, vanish battle, high speed counter battle, whatever you need. But it does work if you need that last bit of damage. My other favorite to do is if we land the Vanish Dash, of course we can grab right after with Pegasus. It's very good that when characters can do this. We don't need to hold guard, we don't need to charge cancel or whatever. We can just grab right away and it's perfect. Of course, if we do this again, we can always go into the jump lights, and then if we land it, we can go in that. We can go into a jump heavy if they sidestep or backstep, or if they're looking for a grab tech. All those same options apply to the normal ones that we went over. If we wanted to down tilt, this of course will stop any type of grab techs or side steps. Will not catch back steps, so you got to be careful about that. And if we really wanted to be risky, we could go of course for the up tilt, but I'd be very careful about that because Pegasus's up tilt ain't really the best. Now another one I really like to do is I like to do 3 lights into our infinite. So again, 3 lights, down tilt, then a little bit charged on your up tilt. And again, this gets the opponent really scary. Scared. They need to decide whether to either just kind of sit here and take it, wait for the mix up, or they're going to block escape. Now if they sit here and wait for the mix up, what I like to do is after doing the infinite for quite a while, I like to do 1 light, vanish, and then grab. Now, a lot of the times when someone's doing the infinite, after a certain while, they'll just grab, right? They'll just grab right after. So when I do this, when I do that 1 light, then vanish, I'll get rid of their grab. Most of the time it will not connect, depends on the grab. Honestly, Ichigo, I wouldn't be surprised if this, you just get cucked out and Ichigo grabs you. But the grab will whiff and then you get to grab them yourselves. The other thing you can do is vanish a little bit away if you are getting hit by that grab, and just use your super. So one light, vanish away, then use Comet Fist. Should be pretty decent at tracking. If they backstep also as well. If they sidestep, obviously it will miss. If they grab tech, it will hit. If they backstep, it will hit. So that's just another quick one I like to do. Alright guys, combo time. Now I have a 100% combo that I can't wait to show you with Pegasus. Now of course it won't work every time because obviously there's a reset involved, but it's super fun to do and I think it catches a lot of people off guard until of course everyone starts doing it. But let's just go over the standard Pegasus combos you should see, and that usually consists of 3 heavies into your Comet Fist, into your Meteor Fist, then dash up, and if you want to be fancy you can dash up, do a light, and then use your Rolling Crush. Now that's all 5 bars for quite a bit of damage, 45%, almost 50%. And that's unawakened, so that's really good. It's a lot of bar. The only time they can escape is obviously during the heavies and after they hit the ground right here. So that's the only time they can escape. If we do want to be fancy and call it an assist, my preference is Goku. Goku works really well with Pegasus, so you'll see right here. We'll do this. Goku will connect after here, and we can actually use Comet Fist again to connect. And if we want to go into some more lights, maybe our little reset here with our heavies, and you know what, we can go into a thing if they choose not to escape, and then ult, right? That's of course if they are stupid enough to get hit by that. And by stupid, I don't mean if you get hit by it you're stupid, I just mean that they probably shouldn't get hit by it. Now, of course, if you don't do the heavies, you can do the 3 lights and go into that. Really, that's just the standard combo you want to get. You want Comet Fist into Meteor. You can always do 2 heavies into Goku, into this to be a little bit more different. And then, of course, you can land it here. And then go Meteor Fist. And then you can ult, or you can dash up and try and go for some cheeky resets. But for the most part, that is the standard combo route you want to go. And now of course here it comes for the 100% combo. Alright guys, now there's a couple variations of this, but for the standard one that you normally want to go through, let me actually go ahead and break their guard so we can see when their guard recovers and how fast pretty much we can do this. So it's inescapable, except for of course the reset part. So 3 heavies of course in the Comet, then Meteor. You're gonna dash up, try not to do the dash light, you're gonna do 2 lights, charge cancel, do 1 more light, call in Goku, use your Meteor or Rolling Crush, whatever, and then ult right away. Goku will land after this, the ultimate will land after this, which is very surprising because I remember how bad this used to be, and you will get your 100% combo right there. Now that was a lot in a small moment, so let's go over what I did. Alright guys, let's go over the reset portion, and that happens after you land at Meteor Fist. You're gonna dash up and do 2 lights, then charge cancel, and then do another light. What this does is it creates a restand. So 1, 2, charge cancel, another light. There's your restand. Now of course they can sidestep, get out of this, backstep, whatever, right? It's a reset. Any 100% combo is not true, they can get out of it. But it happens so fast and they might not be expecting it, and so this is where we get to play around. So of course 2 lights, charge cancel, 3rd light, and then that's when it happens. So again, you don't have to charge cancel. You can actually do 2 lights as you saw right there and just wait and then do your 3rd light, right? That is the safest way to do it. However, it's a little bit slower, and so your opponent might be able to see what's coming. If we charge cancel, it's a little faster and they won't be able to see. So again, 1, 2, charge cancel, 1 light, call in Goku, Rolling Crush. Goku will connect. We'll use this. We can use Meteor Fist after, and then we can ult, right? So that is what your reset's gonna do. Now be very careful you don't start this combo off with lights into heavies. I'll go ahead and show you what happens here. He will white out. We're gonna dash up, same thing, 1, 2, charge cancel, and he whites out, right? So we gotta be very careful we don't start this combo off with lights. If we start it with heavies, it's okay. If we start it with a plain old Comet Fist, it's okay as well. Now guys, you might be hearing that and be like, what, I can't use lights otherwise the combo ends? That's stupid. Well, it's a 100% combo. There's gonna be some hardships to it, all right? Not everything's gonna be easy. All right, but for the most part, I've given you a lot of ways to start a combo off with a heavy. Right here, we can go with that little mix up and start off with a heavy. Also, I feel like Pegasus, every time I play him, I land a lot of Comet Fist just raw. And let me show you the damage if you do land it raw. And of course, they can escape right here if they choose to, but they might not be expecting it to do a lot. So boom, boom. Reset right here. Now here's the thing, we only have one bar, so we do have to dash up one light in Meteor Fist. It's very tricky to land that Meteor Fist raw, but for the most part, it's safer to do that. Of course, this is all raw. There we go. Decent 95% damage. All right, guys, I don't know if I said it, but I'm gonna say it one more time. If we go this route, if you do 3 heavies, you have to be very careful that you do not dash light if you do Meteor Fist right here. If we dash light, I'll show you, and then do the reset, he whites out right there, and it will not work. So what you need to do is after Meteor Fist is just dash and do 2 normal lights. Now let's say you do the combo, I think the first combo I showed you, you also have to be very careful going this route if you are going to be greedy for more damage. What I mean by this is not ulting after the Goku assist connects. So if we do not do that, let's say we don't ult right here, we want another Meteor Fist, maybe this is tank team. If we dash light, it's going to white out. And if we try and dash a Meteor Fist, odds are, if it's not close to a wall, it's not going to connect. And we got to be extremely careful of that. So honestly, don't be greedy. Just take the ultimate damage from the reset and live life happy. All right, guys, last thing. This is the safest 100% combo route you can go for. And what I mean by this is they cannot escape until the very end. The first combo I showed you, they would escape during the reset portion, but they might not notice they can. So if we go this route, and this is the difference right here, is not doing Meteor Fist, instead going for the reset earlier. And there we go, the reset happens earlier. They don't get their stamina back until after they get hit. We have 2 bars for this right here. Now this is where they can escape right there on the ground. But if they choose not to, we can just ult right here. And if they do choose to, we can always just super cancel, get an easy chase because we know when they're escaping. And there is our 100% combo. I'm gonna do it one more time for you guys just to see if I can do it a little faster to where their meter does not come back in time to escape. So again, 1, 2, charge cancel, 1. They can't escape from it. It got back immediately right there. If we don't want them to escape, we can always ult after that Goku that Goku assist. It won't give you 100%, but it will give you a lot of damage. But if we assume they're not going to escape for whatever reason, here we go. 100%, easy peasy. There we go. Alright guys, that's going to be it for the Pegasus guide. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, if there's anything I missed Pegasus mains out there, please let me know. Please let the audience know. I'm sure there's always something I missed. There always is. But guys, other than that, thank you so much for watching. Pegasus is a super fun character. I'd recommend giving him a try. He was recently buffed quite a while ago, but he was buffed, and so he is super good now and super fun to play as well. So give him a chance. But other than that, guys, I will see you later. Have a good one. Bye.